Hi everyone, this is Nav, your instructor, and I'm here to pump you up today with a very interesting topic, body types. So last time I discussed body types. We have three body types: ectomorph, mesomorph, endomorph, and I discussed how they look like. I repeat again a little bit. For ectomorph are those people who are skinny, they have cylinder shape, narrow chest and shoulders, long arms, long legs, very thin structure. People tease them, hey skinny, your ribs are showing. Actually, it was a motivation line that was created back in 1920s to promote bodybuilding in skinny people. Anyways, uh, mesomorph people, naturally they have good V, big chest, of course. Naturally, it creates a good effect. They are strong, they have good strength too, and they are hard when you see them. Naturally, they are hard, muscular. Endomorph people, they have fat face, the face is round, big hips, big large joints, very huge stomach that has a lot of fat. These are the three body types that I discussed last time. So now what I'm gonna tell you, that your body, it's gonna surprise you by the way, your body is not made up of only one body type. Yes, it is true. Your body is made up of all three body types: endomorph, ectomorph, mesomorph. But how we will measure this, how we will know what is your body type? Actually, when we measure this thing, we take it out of scale. The standard is 7. So what characteristics of the body type, what number you're getting from particular body type out of all these three body types in a scale of 7? Like, let's suppose scale you measured, now your body out of 7, 6 is coming from ecto, 5 is coming from meso, 1 or 2 is coming from endo. Let's suppose 2 is coming from endo. 6 ecto, 5 meso, 2 endo. It means that naturally your body is ectomeso, and if your body is ectomeso, it means that you're ectomorph and it's easy for you to build muscles because you're ectomeso. You have number 5 in meso. It's a huge number. Now let's go to the opposite side. If you are endomeso, you get out of 7, you get 6 in endo, 4 in meso, 2 in ecto. It means naturally you're endomeso, you are big, you are fat, but you have meso characteristics too, which means it's easy for you to build muscle. But at the same time, it's going to be very hard for you to keep that fat minimum, that fat gain minimum, because you're endo too. But for ectomeso, it's easy for them to gain muscle, keeping that fat minimum as possible, because naturally they are ectomeso. So this is how we measure physique out of scale. And how to know, like before telling you how to know this thing, who you are, what your body type is, you need to understand that bodybuilders come in all size and shapes. They are bodybuilders from past. They had characteristics of all these three physiques, and even some of them are champions. Best example, the great Arnold Schwarzenegger, king of kings. Arnold, when he started training, he figured it out. He was ectomorph, he was skinny, but when he started training, he found it was easy for him to gain muscle, which means he was ectomesomorph. Frank Zane was also ectomesomorph, but at the same time, because Frank Zane created very good symmetry and proportions, but at the same time Frank Zane was a very hard gainer. It means his body type was more towards ectomorph as compared to mesomorph. Flex Wheeler, the Sultan of Symmetry. He had one of the greatest proportions and symmetry in bodybuilding. He was ectomeso, but more towards meso. He was, I tell you, people who are mesomorph, they create very beautiful proportions. They create very beautiful symmetry. It comes natural to them, to most of them. Just like Flex Wheeler, Sultan of Symmetry. Now I tell you some bodybuilders who are endomeso, like Dorian Yates. Dorian Yates was endomeso. Dorian, he was more meso, but at the same time he had endo characteristics too. Why? Because during off season he was very heavy, which shows that he had endo characteristics too. But he was more meso because at the same time in his contest he was very lean in a very heavy weight. Now you compare Dorian Yates with Dave Draper. Dave Draper, he was also endomeso, but if you compare him with Dorian Yates, he was not looking as lean like Dorian. Why? Because Dave has more characteristics of endo in his body, whether Dorian, he had more characteristics of meso. You see how things change in bodybuilding? This is how you are gifted, how your body is. Now, there are two terms for these physiques: Apollonian physique and Herculean physique. Apollonian physique is for people who are ectomeso, like Arnold, Frank Zane, Flex Wheeler. They have very beautiful symmetry, very beautiful proportions. At the same time, they have mass too. Frank was a little bit less because he was more towards ecto, but Arnold was more towards meso, so he had a good mass, very great mass. Now, Herculean physique. It's massive physiques, it looks very big, it's huge, it's impressive in his own way. So in bodybuilding, physiques are impressive in their own way. Like Apollonian physique is appealing, it's aesthetically beautiful, it's attractive. Whether Herculean physique is more admired. You know, this physique is more admired because you look more huge, you look giant. Now, let's talk about how to train and how you will figure out what is your body type. When you're going to start training, in first year of training, for maybe 4, 5, 6 months around, you will figure out which category you belong. You know, I'm telling you this thing because it will save a lot of your time. Let's suppose if you are ectomorph and you go to gym, you start following a program of endomorph who is doing cardio, you're not gonna make it. It's gonna, because he's training according to his own body type. And if you will start doing cardio too, I will explain this reason later why don't do cardio. But if you will start, after watching him, you will start doing cardio too, what's gonna happen? You're not gonna make any gain, and you will get frustrated. You will feel sad. You will feel your time is wasted. You see, that's why I'm telling you why these ecto, meso, endomorphs, and how these physiques come and how to train. So now, how to train? Let's suppose you're skinny, you're starting as ectomorph. As an ectomorph, first thing you need to remember, you're a hard gainer. Muscle, if you have more ectomorph characteristics, you are a hard gainer. Gaining muscle is not gonna be easy for you. Let's start. So first thing you need to remember in mind as an ectomorph, you need to do all those compound exercises from day one. 80 to 90% of your workout should be compound exercises. Do all those compound exercises, 6 to 8 reps, because 6 to 8 reps are the reps where you're gonna build that muscle and strength in these 6 to 8 reps. Train very intensely. Make every rep count. Don't get into aerobics. Don't do cardio, especially in first 3 to 4 months. Don't do any cardio. Just do aerobics. Oh, sorry, just do weight training. Don't do any aerobics or cardio activity. Now comes to mesomorph. Why I'm telling you don't do any cardio, because an ectomorph, you need to consume more energy that you're burning it. If you start doing cardio 6 days, you're gonna burn a lot of energy, and your energy is not gonna convert into muscle, your food energy. You're just gonna take it out from the body just doing aerobics or cardio. That's why I was telling. Now coming to mesomorph, these people naturally they are they are a bit muscular, as I told you in my previous video. They got shape too, natural, good shape. So these people, they need to focus more on building their body with symmetry and proportions, as I mentioned. So what they will do, because building muscle for them is easy, so from day one when they will start, they need to create a program that includes combination of both compound and isolation exercises. Compound exercises they can do 6 to 8 reps, even 8 to 10 reps too. Isolation 10 to 12, 12 to 15 they should be doing. Aerobics, what I will recommend, if they want to do some cardio, 2 to 3 times. 2 times is enough, but not too much. Training, I already mentioned what they have to do. Some other thing I forgot, just give me a minute. Did I tell everything about mesomorph? Yeah, if something comes in my mind, I will tell you later. Yeah, sorry, I forgot. Yeah, diet. For diet, ectomorphs need a very huge carbs. Around 50% of their nutrition program should be, let's suppose that you're keeping your calories around 3,500. So 50% of your calories should be from carbs, 30% to around 50%, 30 to 35% should be coming from protein, and the rest fat. Now when it comes to mesomorph, 35% to 40% should be coming from carbs, 35 to 40 protein, and the rest from fat. Let's come to endomorph now. As an endomorph, for you it's gonna be hard to start. You have a lot of fat. So what I will recommend, when you're starting as an endomorph, you need to start it with high reps training, 12 to 15 reps, 16 to 20 reps, all exercises, if you want to burn that fat. Cardio 5 to 6 days in a week, 30 to 45 minutes I will recommend. If you want to lose all that fat, your calories should be caloric deficient, 1800 to 2000. You can keep your calories around. A low calorie diet. When low calorie diet, I'm telling about low calorie diet, it means ketosis, a low carb diet. Don't try with ketosis in the beginning, try with low carb. Keep your low carb around, keep your carbs around 150 grams or 140. Take protein per pound body weight. All body physiques, ecto, endo, meso, start with taking protein per pound body weight. And fat, keep the fat as minimum as possible, around 80 for endomorphs. Even from ecto, meso, endo, all of them keep fat around 70 to 80 grams. Okay, so high reps. The reason is there are two types of muscle fiber in our bodies. Type 1, which is endurance based muscle fibers, that gives our muscle definition, and type 2, which are strength based muscle fibers, that builds our muscle. 6 to 8 to 10 reps, they are very good for strength muscle fibers, this type 2 muscle fibers, which helps us to build strength and muscle. 10 to 12, 12 to 15, 15 to 20, they are in a range of type 1 muscle fibers, which is more endurance. So let's suppose if you are skinny, you're ectomorph, you're gonna build that muscle. What you need to do, from the day one, you need to start focusing on building muscle. Mesomorph, you are already good, you need to focus on definition. That's why what rep range I told you, just follow it. So as an endomorph, your priority should be burning fat. Don't get into this trap of building muscles. You need to remember you're not gonna build those muscles in a very high body fat percentage. You need to drop that body fat percentage. And how you gonna drop that body fat percentage? Doing high reps cardio. So get into the training. Let's see. Now after training, like after 1 year or maybe 6, 7, 8 months, you're gonna find out what is your actual body. Let's suppose if you started as an ectomorph, now you will see, are you a hard gainer or are you a slow gainer? If you're a good gainer, it means you're more towards meso too, and if you're a hard gainer, so you're more towards ecto. Same goes for endomeso. If you lose fat very quickly, it means you are very good towards meso too. If you lose fat very slowly, it means you have more endo characteristics, and if you lose fat very quickly, it means you have good meso characteristics too. Let's suppose two people, you and your friend, you start training. You both are fat. One is both following same program, same diet, but your friend is losing fat very quickly. You're doing same everything, and you are losing fat not in that way. You're losing it in a slow way. It means he has more meso characteristics and you have more endo characteristics. This is how you're gonna find out too. So begin it, give yourself few months or a year, and you will see how your body responds and what your body is actually. Is it ectomeso, endomeso? You'll find out. So take care, guys. Hope you have a good day. This is Nav, your instructor. Remember, I'll be back.